Can't wait for y'all to try this. It is so good, and the corn comes out so tender and so sweet and so fresh tasting. It's amazing. So one of the things that I like to do is to cut the corn cobs in half, or try to cut them in half. That way it just goes further. People are more likely just to take one or two of these rather than two of these. Especially if you're taking this to a potluck or a picnic or party. That's the way I like to do it. You don't have to, it'll still cook fine if you leave the corn cobs whole. And to cut them in half, what you want to do is put the sharp knife down in the center where you're going to want to cut it, and kind of make a notch in the actual cob, and then just break it like that. It's just very simple, very quick, very easy. What you're going to need is corn on the cob that's been shucked, and try to get all of the, or as many of the pieces of silk off as you can. That's always a trick. And butter, and I've cut this into blocks because it melts more quickly and easily in the slow cooker when everything's cooking, and it just works better, I think. Honey, pepper, a little bit of salt to taste, and buttermilk. And that is it. So let's get started. The corn's gonna cook on low for about 4 hours. And then you can leave it on warm because there's gonna be a lot of liquid in there. You can leave it on warm for a couple of hours more if you're like at a potluck. And you're just gonna get the corn in there, and since it's cut in smaller pieces, it just fits in there so much better. Because the trick to this is keeping as much of the corn in the milk as possible. Is it all gonna fit? I don't know, but a lot of it will. And the answer to that is no, it's not all gonna be down in the milk. Okay, and then I'm just gonna take the buttermilk and pour it over. Now, the corn doesn't have to be down in the buttermilk for it to cook. The buttermilk will come to a simmer, and it'll steam the corn. So don't worry about that. Okay, you're going to drizzle the honey over the top. I always spray the inside of my measuring cups and containers with no-stick cooking spray when I'm working with honey, because it makes it all come out really easily. It just doesn't stick. Well, maybe it sticks a little bit, but not as much as it would. All right, so we got all the honey out of there. I'm gonna sprinkle it just a little bit with just a little bit of kosher salt, not too much, because we just don't need a lot. I'm gonna give it a good twist of pepper, because we like pepper in this house, completely optional. And then I'm going to put the butter right on top. And that is it. That's all you have to do. It's that quick and easy. So I'm gonna put the cover on, and I'm gonna set it to cook for about 4 hours on low. If you're in a hurry, you can cook it 2 hours on high, but it's yelling at me because I haven't started it. There we go. I prefer to cook it on low, but that's kind of up to you. So I'm setting it for 4 hours on low, and I'll see you back here then. Okay, y'all, it's been 4 hours, and this corn is making the kitchen smell amazing. This is such an easy recipe. It comes out so fresh and juicy and sweet. Even if the corn is a little bit old, this trick will bring it right back to that fresh flavor, that fresh summer flavor that you're looking for. Doesn't that look amazing? So good. And since we broke them in pieces, there's a lot in there and they all fit in there. They all got steamed really well. I'm gonna take these out and get them on a plate, and we'll take a look at what we got. One thing to note is the between the sugars in the honey, the sugars in the corn, and the buttermilk. The buttermilk does tend to curdle up and separate and turn brown. It looks gross in there, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. I just want y'all to be aware that that's what it's gonna look like when it's done. Well, y'all, nothing looks or tastes like summer like fresh corn. This is so good. This is such an easy way to do it. It takes about 3 minutes of prep time, and then it just cooks on its own. It's awesome. So I hope you're going to try it this summer. It's great for potlucks, and I hope you'll love it. Hope you'll come back next week. Y'all don't forget to subscribe, and that's it for me this week. Have a great day. Have a great week, and I'll see y'all next week, okay? Love y'all. Bye-bye.